Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. It's me again, Jen. Hello! And we are reaching the end of the month, which means we're reaching the end of our discussion about the Sakki Sakki Tarot deck and how they compare with the Rider-Waite deck, which they're supposed to be kind of based on. They've been doing pretty good so far, but let's see what we've got today, and we'll see what we have for the rest of the week. So, today we have the Three of Wands or Three of Rods. I think it says rods on this one. Yes. So the Sakki Sakki one, as we have seen, it has a headless individual. So yay for that. We're going to set that aside for a minute and take a look at the traditional card. Again, we have our individual facing out into the horizon. We've got 1, 2, 3 rods. That's pretty obvious. It doesn't say rods or wands on this particular version of the Rider-Waite deck. I've seen some that say it on the bottom as well that have like the title of the card. But, you know, these are my grandmother's cards, so I like them just fine. They're good. But it's got the Roman numeral 3 at the top, so you know this is 3 of Wands. You have an individual standing on kind of a rocky outcropping sort of thing, and he's looking out over into the mountains, into the distance. And there's like, I know it's hard to tell because so much of this card is just plain yellow. Because we've got the bright yellow sky, which is obviously daytime and beginnings and new ideas and all of those kinds of things. But then the water is kind of a golden color too. So it's hard to tell that it's water and that those are ships. It almost looks like there's ships kind of in the sand instead. So I'm not a fan of that as well. But ships represent movement and change and all of those kinds of things. So, and obviously travel. So having this individual looking out over that, this is a card of like long-term planning and looking out into the future and looking at what you have out on the horizon, so to speak. So it's a great card to have come up when you're like coming up with new ideas and you're not really sure where to go. Threes also represent kind of a shakeup of things. So ones or aces are going to be your new beginnings. Two is that balancing act, weighing the pros and cons. Three is activating it and going, okay, but what do I do to push forward? What do I do to get to the next level? And this is obviously leading to our fours, which is more stability and all that kind of thing. But threes are that activation, that motivation card. So if you're looking for motivation, if you're looking ahead, if you're doing your year-long planning, again, we're towards the end of January. If you made New Year's resolutions, you probably are reassessing those a little, or maybe you haven't even started on them and you're going, I'll go with Chinese New Year. That's how I'll do this. Yes. So if you're looking at that, this is a pretty good card for that to come up and look ahead. Obviously, we've got the mountains far off in the distance, which again is indicative of that struggle, that concern for like, I know there's probably going to be some issues that I'm going to come across, but I can see them so I can plan for them. This is a big time card of planning. So, oh, we also have the little leaves up here. So little leaves are that budding of new ideas, new growth, all of that kind of stuff. So all of these things are represented. Let's see how the Sakki Sakki card weighs in on that. All right. The other thing I like about the Sakki Sakki card is it also has the sun and it has Aries symbol down here. It says very clearly 3 of rods. There we go. And it also has the Roman numeral 3 up at the top. Right away, I can see that it's trying to keep to its tradition. The only thing is, I can't tell if this character is looking towards us or away because their head is missing. I'm just really concerned about the artist who did these and the headless people. But either way, we do have the mountains in the background. They seem a little closer and a little more ominous actually in this particular card. So I don't know if maybe that's just kind of trying to really show, hey, struggles can be out there. Look out for them. Like Dizzy coming up and attacking me right now. And the other thing I like about this is Aries represents kind of that beginning energy, that push, that passion to kind of move you forward. It's a fire energy, which again, wands are fire. So this is the other thing I like about this particular card is it does have kind of the red orange on the outside. So it's like, yeah, okay, fire and all that stuff. When I first looked at this card, I thought this little thing on his arm was leaves. So I was going to be like, oh, yeah, it's still keeping with the leaf thing. But it's not. I think it's a bird, which also is fine because it's a bird about to take flight or ideas about to take flight. So that still kind of weighs in on the idea of progress and motivation and doing all those things and looking ahead. But I don't know. It takes away the leaves. So yeah. But the water in this one is blue. There are no ships, but the water does show us that it's like, hey, you do have to work with your emotions. You have to reconnect with things. You got to make sure that you still have a passion for whatever this project is you're going to do and control how you feel about it. Because let's be honest, when we're just starting out a project and we're on that push to go forward, we don't want anybody telling us, I don't think that's going to work, because it like dissipates our energy for the thing. But we also have to look at it and go, okay, but maybe I do have to take someone's advice and not just burrow into it and forget all of the potential hazards, mountains, that may be coming in the distance. So I like that this card kind of stays true. It's got the person in the center. They're looking off into the distance. I guess he's looking off in the distance because if you look at his feet, they look like they're pointed that way. I don't know. It's hard to tell. He's got no head. Even the colors though on this one are pretty similar, I feel, to what the colors the person is wearing and kind of the feeling of how they're standing. Everything seems a little more modern, I guess, because they're wearing jeans and a t-shirt, but it still has that same sort of feel to it. The only thing I feel like is missing is the ships, and that's a little weird, and the leaves. So leaves and ships. Also, the sky in this one is a little more gray, which I don't know. To me, it kind of mellows out that energy of like, we're gonna be motivated, we're gonna go do things. But I don't know. I don't think the sky is as important in this card as it is in some of the other ones. Like if I saw a sun card with like a dark background or something, I'd be like, oh, that's weird. Anyway, so I think it holds up pretty well to the traditional card and the traditional meanings. And again, if you're just starting out, the Sakki Sakki deck is actually pretty good because it does come with a little booklet that explains some of the ideas and representations of the cards. So that's helpful. Also, weird headless people. I don't know. Anyway, until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!